A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a much-anticipated summit that brought together two of the world's most powerful leaders, U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin met in Alaska on August 16, 2025, in an effort to address the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. The summit commenced with a grand display, featuring a warm welcome and a dramatic flyover by military jets, setting a tone of seriousness and urgency. However, as the day unfolded, it became evident that the high-stakes meeting would not yield the desired results. Both leaders concluded their talks without reaching any agreements aimed at halting or even pausing Russia's military actions in Ukraine, a situation that has been escalating for several years now. The summit was marked by a one-on-one meeting between Trump and Putin, where they were joined only by their translators. This private format was intended to facilitate candid discussions on critical issues, particularly the war in Ukraine, which has drawn international condemnation and led to severe sanctions against Russia. Despite the lack of concrete outcomes, both leaders characterized the discussions as productive, perhaps indicating their desire to maintain a facade of cooperation despite the stark reality. As the summit progressed, it became clear that the absence of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was a significant point of contention. Trump's administration had previously indicated hopes for a future meeting with Zelensky, but the current summit did not include him, raising questions about the legitimacy and effectiveness of the talks. Without Ukraine's direct involvement, many observers are left wondering how genuine the discussions were regarding the conflict that has claimed thousands of lives and displaced millions. The failure to reach an agreement on Ukraine is particularly concerning given the ongoing humanitarian crisis in the region. Civilians continue to suffer from the effects of war, and the international community is looking for a resolution that has yet to materialize. Analysts point out that the lack of progress at the summit reflects a broader trend in U.S.-Russia relations, which have been fraught with tension and mistrust. In the wake of the summit, political analysts have begun to assess the implications of this lack of agreement. Gavin Hall, a teaching fellow in political science at the University of Strathclyde, noted that the summit highlighted the challenges both leaders face domestically. Trump is under pressure to demonstrate effective leadership amidst rising crime rates in U.S. cities, while Putin must navigate the complexities of maintaining control over a military operation that is increasingly unpopular among the Russian populace. While both leaders spoke of the talks as productive, the reality is that the summit ended with little more than rhetoric and promises of future discussions. The international community is left to grapple with the implications of this failure, as the conflict in Ukraine continues to escalate without any clear path to peace. In conclusion, the Trump-Putin summit in Alaska was a critical moment in international diplomacy, yet it ultimately fell short of its objectives. As the world watches closely, the hope for a peaceful resolution to the conflict in Ukraine hangs in the balance, with both leaders needing to make significant compromises if any progress is to be achieved. The stakes remain high, and the need for dialogue and cooperation is more urgent than ever. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.